Is the school district too significantly different from the state average? We have went into the data view, selected cases. We have said we want the condition to be satisfied that district equals 2. We have hit OK, continue, OK. SPS says deselected all the schools from District 1. We only work with the District 2 schools right now. And then we go into compare means, one sample t-test. We select the ACT score, right? It's over here, we click it in, and we enter the 21.81 as the state average. We hit OK. And we get our sample statistics. Our sample of 9 schools from District 2 have an average of 9.44 with the standard deviation of 3.66. And we can see now that the difference between 19.44 and the state average is minus 2.37. So 2.37 difference, which translates into a t-value of minus 1.94. With 8 degrees of freedom, that's not significant at the 5% level, but if we would have had a directional hypothesis, this would be significant, would be 0.044, right? And for example, here we're comparing Fresno Unified with the state average, and we could assume that somebody would say, formulate a directional hypothesis and saying Fresno Unified, I expect them to be lower than the state average. And if you would have this kind of directional hypothesis, you could actually say that statistically speaking, you could confirm your hypothesis, right? If you would have not formulated a hypothesis before testing for it, you could not reject your null. However, if you have prior knowledge and you make a more precise hypothesis, you use your knowledge and you formulate a more strict hypothesis, you could actually reject the null. Now let's go look in more detail and look at the frequency distribution of these school districts, because we see here that the standard deviation is quite high with 3.66. So let's see. If we look at frequencies, the ACT scores, we click that over here to variables. We say statistics. What do we want? We just want the mean and then minimum and maximum. Maybe also that's good. Standard deviation, variance. Hit continue, and then we want to look at a chart with histograms. I'm not going to select this curve right now. Okay. So what's interesting is that we see that actually one school has a 22 average. So one school is just from a mathematical perspective, not statistical perspective, it's slightly above the state mean of 21.8, and this school right here has actually a value of 28. So the one school within this district is way above the state average. On the other hand, we have a few schools that are way below the state average as well. So this would help you to make a more differentiated comment to see, hey, the overall average is significantly lower. There is some schools in this district which perform really low, but there's also some school districts which are highly above average. So that way you get a bit more of a differentiated picture.